Woo! Wow. Whoa. John 14, verse 15. It says, if you love me, keep my commands. As you lift and carry overhead, remember that loving Jesus means obeying his commands. May your faith in him give you the strength to lift your eyes and your heart to him. And may your love for him guide your every move, just as you guide this weight overhead. I'm Raman Hunter. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the overhead carry exercise. It's an anti-extension dynamic stabilization exercise, meaning you want to avoid overextending. Dynamic because you're moving, and stabilization because you're actually stabilizing your spine during movement. So it's an anti-extension dynamic stabilization exercise. It involves holding a weight overhead. You can use a bottle of water. You can use some dumbbells. You can use a plate, a weighted plate like what I'm going to be using here. Any loaded object you can carry overhead. All right, it's a wonderful exercise to strengthen your core muscles, and it also adds axial loading to your spine, which helps to stimulate bone density. All right, so this is a really wonderful exercise to add to your program. And the starting position, you're going to start with one end. So you're at one end of a room, or whether you're on a field or in a park or wherever, and you're going to hold the weight above your head. Keep your core tight. So my feet are shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Keep your core nice and tight. Hold the weight above the head. So you're not supposed to be arching back like that and walking like that, okay? I don't want you to be overarching. I don't want you to be arching your back. And I don't want you to be leaning forward like this. Shouldn't be performing it like that. The proper way of exercising, the proper way of performing this exercise is to keep your core tight, keep it nice and braced to avoid overextending and bending of your spine. You have the weight above the head, and you're going to make some small steps, brisk walking, turn around, brisk walk again. If the weight is slightly in front, that's fine. If it's slightly back, that's okay, but try not to overarch. Look ahead of you as you perform this exercise. You can do a couple reps. You can go for a couple laps. You can do it by distance. Depending on whichever one you choose. Doesn't really matter. So it's a really wonderful exercise to add to your program. If it is that you have back issues and you're not too sure if this exercise is good for you, then it's wise and advisable to seek counseling advice from your physiotherapist first before performing this exercise. This is the overhead carry exercise, similar to the farmer's walk and the suitcase carry. These are all wonderful exercises, and for each and every one of them, you can use different things. Like I said from before, bottles of water, dumbbells, you can use a kettlebell, you can use any weighted object that you can find. Hold it above your head, keep your core tight, and just walk. Right? So that's the dynamic stabilization component of it. As you brace your core, you're walking while bracing your core. It really trains you to be able to perform in your day-to-day activities. It really improves and enhances your functional performance. It helps with your athleticism, and it also helps with regard to your posture, all right? So if it is that you're reaching above your head to take down something from the top shelf, it really helps in preparing you for that type of activity, any type of overhead activity and other activities as well. So it's a really wonderful exercise. All those different carry type exercises, farmer's walk, suitcase carry, overhead carry, whichever type of carry type exercise, these are really good exercises to strengthen the core, prepare you for a high level of functionality. And it also helps in terms of stimulating spinal bone density, okay? So keep your chest nice and up, have the weight above the head, and walk. If your arms get tired, you can always put down your hand, rest for a little bit, relax. You can even turn it into a suitcase carry and continue walking like this. Switch the weight in the other hand, as I've done from before. But that's on a separate video. So keep it above the head. This is overhead carry. Remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Raman Hunter. Have a wonderful day. Blessings.